Barakata Sharat Nat Malacha Alam, Asher Kedishani Mitzvatav, V'tzivani L'Yitatif L'Tzitzit. Good morning, friends. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. It's nice to be here yet again. So today we will say the Shema and the Vahafta, and we will read from some ancient Mesopotamian mythology, and we will say Arati, and we will say Kaddish, and we will conclude. A way of beginning, and a way of continuing. It goes like this. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Hi, I really like you.
I really like you.
Okay, good. Vahafta et anat Elohecha uv'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha uv'chayu hadvarim ha'el asher noachim mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'vitecha uv'lechtecha havaderech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha ug'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'chayu letotafot beninecha uchtavtaham al mezuzot beitecha uv'hisharecha v'chaya ki v'achaya Elohecha El ha'aretz asher nisbai lavatecha le'avram liyitzchak u'Yaakov latet lach avrim gedolot v'tovot asher lo vanita uvatim mili'im kol tova asher lemileta uverot hatzavim asher lo hasatva ke'arim v'zitim asher lo natata ve'alachta v'shavata hishamer lecha pin tishchach et yawer asher tishacha mi'eretz Mitzrayim mibet avadim. What you singing? Some old words. Words that say words. Words that say these words. Say these words, say the words. The words say words. So I say the words. I'm sorry, that's probably a name. How are you doing today, Kimmy? It's really nice to see you. Repeat the words. Repeat the words, because that's what memes like. Little mind viruses. Little mind viruses from 2,500 years ago. There's a political catastrophe, and it produced these words, and these words have persisted even when all of the nation states that caused and experienced the political catastrophe are all gone. All gone. To be replaced with others that are very similar and yet different. And we are still here today in this world, full of states and civilizations and wars and passions. So today we are going to conclude the Epic of Anzu. So if we were to summarize the story would go like this. The Anzu bird was a great and terrible god with terrible claws and terrible teeth that would go nash, nash, nash. The king of the gods, Enlil, decided that he wanted the Anzu bird as a figurehead in his high temple. He wanted to mount the bird as a bust over the sacred grotto where he would bathe and do his godly business. And so he captured the Anzu bird and put him there. And the Anzu bird is like, this is dumb. I want to take control of my own destiny. So he flies down and grabs the tablets of destiny. Whoever controls the tablets of destiny controls fate. It's like a metaphor for like laws, the state, legalism, right? So the Anzu bird takes the tablet of fate, flies out to the mountains where he gets to be free and have free will. And Enlil's like, nah, we gotta kill that bastard. So they look for a hero, and they find a hero, and then the hero goes and kills the Anzu bird, and now he's victorious, and he's killed the terrible dragon, and established his claim to godness and herodom, as you do. Now the final portion of this story is a hymn of praise to all dragon slayers and men with spears. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Do you want to hang out with me?
I do want to hang out with you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be streaming for the next, 20 minutes, half an hour. Right now we're reading the myth of the Anzu bird. We're going to conclude it. You just missed my summary, and I'm not going to give it again because I don't want to bore them all. But basically there's some people, and they like dragon slaying, and they wrote a story about it.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm reading a story about dragon slaying, too.
Yeah, it's an old story.
Okay, continue on.
And Burdu raised his voice to be heard, saying to Nimrod, "Go with the corpse of your conquered foe to Elil's temple, that there he might, in all of his glory, look upon the evil Anzu, and you, warrior, mighty as when you conquered the mount, and likewise destroyed high-flying Anzu in all of his strength, since you possessed such courage, and defeated the mountain, so all enemies prostrated themselves before your father Elil, since you, Nimrod, with such courage defeated the mountain, so all enemies prostrated themselves before your father Elil. So you have gained total command, and every right is yours. Is there any being in existence who is comparable with you? The highest honors are given, the fates, gods, temples, yours, and Nisaba will arrive to perform the holy rites for you. In the furrowed farmland, they refer to you as Ningirsu, and they crown you the shepherd of the entire population, and they utilize your honored name of Duku as regal title. You are called Hurbatil in Elam, and Shushinak in Susa, with the Lord of the Mysteries in Anu's heaven, when among your brothers, the gods, you are called Elil, and thus you are called by the name of your father, who marches at the vanguard. In Eglam you are called Pabislag. In Ur you are. In Ekuma they refer to you by the name of Ninazu, for Dornaki was when you were born. In another city they refer to you by the name of Ishtaran, and in another city you are known as Zabara, is how they refer to you. Among all of the gods your courage is beyond comparison, and the coronet upon your godhead outshines all of the rest. Thus I might declare without a single reserve that I exalt you. In another city, they call you the name of Lugal Banda. In Egikalama, you are referred to as Lugal Marada. And when they refer to you in Esikil as the warrior of Tishpak, and in Enima Anku, they refer to you as of. There's some elisions because these tablets are 4,000 years old, and sometimes there are bits missing. So there's ... We don't know the name of that city. Where was Elam? Oh, okay. I was in Iran now. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. In Kulab, they know you by the name of Uruk's warrior, revered there as the glorious son of the mother Belet Ili. In another city, you are called Lord of the Landmark. You are known as Panigara. In Akil, you are called Papsukal, who leads the march. Your names outshine the other gods by leaps and bounds. Among the gods you are fit and able, cunning and masterful, and your wise counselor, your father Anu, the far-seeing one who oversees all war and conflict, gave you martial insight, and named you the general of all their armed forces. And with that, we conclude the myth of the Anzu bird. There's one more story in this book. I don't know what it contains or what's in it or what it's about, but it's called Era and Ishum, and we will start reading the story of Era and Ishum tomorrow. Huda Binte, welcome. How you doing? Hi. Hello, hello. So, now we will conclude this morning's stream with Arati and Kaddish. I'm glad to hear that. So Arati means flame in Sanskrit. Here we have our little prayer flame. It's very important. You can't pray if there's no flame. You need the light. It's a little silly, but I did make this specifically for this stream, and it works well. I'm doing pretty good, Huda Binte. I had a really nice day yesterday, and it's I really like hanging out with all of you in the morning. It makes me happy. So this prayer Arati is the closing prayer for the daily liturgy in the Shivananda tradition, which is a Brahmanic ashram tradition, came to the U.S. from India by a man named Shivananda. And I learned this prayer when I was very small, and I didn't know what it means. But actually, it's very simple to know what it means. So the word Jai means Jai. It means like, yay, or praise, right? And Arati means light or flame. And then all the other words in the prayer, literally every single one, is just the name of a god. Some god from South Asia, who there's a story about, just like the story of the Anzu bird that we just read, only very different. But there's all these stories, and you concatenate all the names together, you layer them on top of each other, and it has this effect of be like, oh right, all those stories are basically the same, right? They're all part of the same human tradition, right? They're various ways of trying to conceive of whatever God is. So we'll say some Indian guru names and some Abrahamic guru names and some names of some rivers and mountains, and praise the light for all of them. And that's the prayer. And it goes like this. Jaya Jaya Arati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Arati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Vanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankatarana Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Sambasada Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Chimutriya Vatara Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankarachaya Advaita Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Shrama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala. Yes, Huda Binte, part of the Hindu religion. I do believe that the majority of this prayer can be found in the Bhagavad Gita, right? a holy text written, 2nd century AD, something like that, in order to unify parts of the Indian subcontinent. It's like dedicated to Krishna, but there's lots of other deities invoked. And like this is definitely modified, right? Like I'm quite confident that the references to Jesus and Muhammad and Guru Nanak were added by Swamis of the Shivananda tradition specifically to appeal to a more international audience. But yeah, they're old words. Natatra suyobati natandrakara tam nima vidyobati kutoyamagni twameva bantamidvanti sarvam tasya basya samidam pivanti om gange kayomane kaiva govari saraswati narmade siddhikaveri hiya ha ha namastutam namo namaha twameva mata chapita twameva Tvameva bandusha saka, Tvameva vidya javinan, Tvameva sarvam mama deva, kayena vacha manasendrya buddhyatmanava prakrite sabhavad, karomyad yad sakalam parasmahe, narayana iti sarmar payami. Sarvajamam prabhichayam amikam sarvanam vraja aham sva sarvapapayo mokshayami masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. Thanks for being here. It's really nice. But I don't want to pray to my maker, no, I just want to be feeling free. Not like in a book or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asherah made good, and Anat made bad. Elohenu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah, God made, but I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be what I see. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land, and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asherah made good, and Anat made bad. Elohenu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah, God made me. What was the live you were just at, and Will? Good morning, Batya. How are you? I'm glad you caught us today. You're just in time for Kaddish. Good morning, J Plus Rod. Welcome. How are you? What's up? Yeah, I sing it for you, Kimmy. Why do I have the snake tattoo on my hand? What an excellent question. Because I had a number of erotic dreams about snakes. Because there was an alchemist named Cleopatra 2,000 years ago who decided that all was one. because there's lots of stories about snakes that are very old that remind me that life and death are intertwined. I don't know. I could give you like 10,000 reasons, but I'm very pleased. It's my little daemon. His name is Ori. Ori the Ouroboros. Keeps me company when I'm lonely. Good morning, Meg. Long time no see. I mean, Christianity is just Judaism, but with Christ. Like, they're sister religions. They come from the same root, right? They occupy this similar location on the tree of mythology. Muhammad was Jesus for Muslims. I mean, sure, like, functionally, like, these religions take certain sociologic structures. Muhammad is the unifying figure for Islam, and Jesus is the unifying figure for Christianity. Yes, they have some similarities to them. They share a similar mythology and sense of Sky Daddy. Do I do breakfast on here? Not today. Sometimes I do. I used to do that more often when my commune was different and it was harder for me to go downstairs and find good food to eat. But these days I don't eat breakfast with the rest of you as much as I would like to. Do I have a real snake as well? Maybe one day. One day we will renovate this house and I'll have enough room and enough spare time to keep a snake. And then I'll make a lot of memes with it and look like a sexy snake priestess and it'll be great. But I do not have a snake right now, no. They are sisters, yes. To say they are exactly the same is to be ignorant of both. No, they are descended from the same father. Thanks, Sky Dad. Not identical sisters, no. So, we will conclude with Kaddish. The word Kaddish means holy. Or I guess Kadosh means holy. The word Kaddish means this prayer, or it means prayer, like Kiddush. Kiddush is the prayer you say over wine. Shabbat Kiddush. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Shannon. Really nice to see you. Sisters whose parents divorced and grew up in different houses. Sisters whose father killed their mother. Like it's like kind of terrible. Yahweh just eliminated his wife from existence. Yeah, it's dreadful. But she's still here, right? She's still here. She didn't actually get killed because I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. It doesn't just count for Jesus. Also his mom. I don't mean Mary. Muhammad and Jesus were not sisters. They were definitely sisters. Good morning, Dr. Punk. How are you? So, we're going to say Kaddish. Kaddish means prayer, maybe, or holy, or sacred, or important, or set apart. Mary, Queen of Heaven, the Theotokos. We are all stars. Do I understand the ideology of Islam? Not very well. Of the Abrahamic faiths, I understand Islam the least. But, like, I think it's very powerful. I know it's very powerful. When I was studying in Palestine, I loved hearing the call to prayer, the Adhan, just, like, echoing through the hillside 5 times a day. Like, it unified the entire countryside in a way that, like, nothing in North America does. Like, it was really stunning to, like, have those sounds just, like, constantly echoing. Yeah, it's an extremely powerful tradition. So, we'll say Kaddish, a prayer for the dead, a prayer to remind us that we still suffer, and we always have, and we always will, and that's okay, because we can still be alive, and in fact, we couldn't be alive if we weren't suffering. So we're here together, and we can acknowledge the pain that we all experience and say some words about them. A theocentric worldview that we don't have in America. Sort of. I mean, we have a theocentric worldview in America too, but Allah is particularly unifying in his rhetoric. That's for sure. So, the words of the Kaddish. You love suffering with me. What a compliment, Batya. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love suffering with you too. Being on here, being like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm depressed. I'm sad. I'm stuck in this room. But hey, here I am with all of you, and it's really nice. Come back tomorrow. boob birdum. God, TikTok. Do people think about like that other people are going to be saying their TikTok names? Like, what am I supposed to call you? You silly troll. Come back. We'll read more stories. It'll be great. The word Kaddish means prayer. And for the last 2,500 years, my ancestors have been saying these words in response to death. Yid Kadal, Vid Kadash, Shema Rabbah. Bialma Divrachyote Viamlich Malchute, Bechayachon of Yomechon of Chayed Kol Beit Israel, Bagala Vizman Kari Vimru. Amen. Yehe Shema Rabbah Mevarach Li Alam Omei Omaya, Yid Barach Vishtabach Vit Ba'ar Vit Erman Vit Naseh Vit Hadar Vit Hale Vit Halas Shema de Kudisha, Berechu, Leila Min Kol Birchata Bashir Tatush Birchata Venechemata, Diamiran Bialma Vimru. Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael Vimru. Amen. Ose Shalom V'imramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael Vimru. Amen. Ose Shalom V'imramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael Vimru V'imru. Amen. Derek, I assure you I make plenty of room for Jesus. He's got lots of space. I have lots of space inside me for him. It's, very good. I have not gone dumpster diving recently. Not since the summer. My energy has been going elsewhere, and I feel a little regretful about it, but it'll be okay. And I don't think you once saw me in a video with a snake. I've never filmed any films with snakes other than this one. But maybe one day, like I said. So I have to go now. But I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll do all of this exactly the same, except we'll be reading a slightly different story. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, so I hope you have a lovely day. You can check out some of the links in my bio. Currently, the link in my bio is advertising a seed documentary that I made. So you might want to watch that if you are interested in seed saving. And then I'm also doing an event a week from tomorrow, next Friday. A bunch of science communication TikTokers are gonna be in a panel, and I will be moderating the panel. We're gonna talk about what it's like to make things on the internet and deal with trolls and thirst traps and things like that. You watch some of the seed saving video. It's a little long and slow. I hope you liked it. It was a very arduous process for me to make those films. Great, I'm glad you liked them. Yeah, there are some interesting seed saving traditions in Israel, and in Palestine. Baal watermelons. I got to eat a Baal watermelon. I was like, oh my god, you still name your fruit after this old god? Holy shit! It's really good. He lives in my heart and other places too, like a vampire. Jesus saves. Excellent. Thank you for hanging out with me, everyone. I really appreciate all of you. So I will see you here tomorrow, and I hope you have a really lovely day. Okay. Farewell. How is that different from a regular watermelon? Because it's been adapted to specifically the Palestinian climate for 2,000 years. And there's a particular irrigation system, like step irrigation systems, that they use in the hillsides. It's really cool. I can't say enough about it right now, but it's worth looking into. Maybe I'll tell you more about it on Discord. Have a lovely day. Farewell.